ADA price is down right now. Naturally, I'm going to have some comments down below saying, how are you bullish on ADA? It is down so much. And with Cardano price being down right now, it is the absolute perfect time to watch this video, and it makes this video even more meaningful. So zoom out for just 10 minutes with me and watch this video. If you're in Cardano, if you're an ADA holder, I have to start this video and I just have to say props to you. I love you. I support you. Props to you, because look at this chart. This is the bear market that we've all survived. If you're out there right now and you've lived through this and you're still here and you're still out there trying to figure out how to navigate this thing, which is the bear market, it's very simple. Just props to you. I really appreciate you, especially being out there watching these videos that I've been doing. And I want to, before we dig into some fundamental key points as it relates to Cardano and how it's so well positioned, I just also want to say I'm in this boat with you. I was here in 2018 at the bear market low, bottoming out range, and it was just the feeling is so almost identical. And I want to preface this video before we dive into real key data, and I just want to say, please don't mistake my optimism, my positivity for some type of recklessness or foolishness or something. I'm extremely optimistic on this long-term outlook of crypto. I'm extremely positive about the long-term outlook and the positioning of Cardano. And this is just my position. It doesn't mean anything other than that. It's my opinion. It's how I see the charts. It's how I see things. And I really just want to break down what I'm seeing right now before we dive into this long-term chart and talk about where we are in this bear market. This is too cool, everybody. This was a tweet that I saw from Lunar Crush. They said ChatGPT, which is an AI that you can have a conversation with, gives good advice on how to find crypto gems using social activity. How can someone find crypto gems using social activity, they asked. And just look at the last part of this answer. And this exemplifies Cardano, everybody. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Another approach is to look for projects that have a strong and active community of developers, users, and advocates. Projects with a large and engaged community are often more likely to succeed in the long run, as they have a dedicated group of people working to support and promote the project. So just look at that. Projects with a large and engaged community are often more likely to succeed in the long run. I think oftentimes communities are kind of discounted, right? There's a lot of tribalism in crypto. There's a lot of drama in crypto, but there's also good parts of community. And there's so many positive parts of community. And I think ChatGPT just put it perfectly. But here's the thing. This isn't just an ADA holder saying, hey, ChatGPT gave a general answer, broad answer, and I'm going to say it applies to Cardano. No, the data actually exemplifies how this is exactly what is so foundational and meaningful for Cardano. And check this out. It's saying an active community of developers and users and advocates. Well, look at this. This is Vitalik. This is January 2022, earlier in the year, did a poll for Ethereum. You wake up in 2035, 80% of all transactions, savings in the world are in one currency, can't be Ethereum. Which would you prefer to be? And look at ADA. Cardano ADA won this poll. This is over 600,000 votes. Now, I know you're just like, that's one poll. Well, here's the thing. That's a trend on Twitter, especially if you're not on Twitter, you might not know. Cardano just wins all of these polls, and it's because the community is so strong. And it's not bots. The community is just thriving. And even in this bear market, everybody, the community is growing. And so this is just such a good example of strong community. And as ChatGPT said, this is important, right, for long-term outlook and growth of a blockchain. Now, the other piece of this is developer activity. And this is another data point that isn't my opinion. This is just what's happening. Cardano remains king of dev activity. And this is just from a day ago. And this article kind of covers it a little bit. As per data from the analytics firm Sentiment, ADA is still the top coin in the market in terms of developer activity. Developer activity here is measured using the amount of work that's being done on the crypto's public GitHub repositories. So a lot of work being done. Now, I want to throw this out there because this is important for people that just kind of talk trash to this piece of data. Like, it doesn't mean anything for Cardano. It does, and here's why. Some trackers, in terms of dev activity, gauge the activity using total number of commits on the GitHub repository. But this approach may not be entirely accurate, and then it goes on to explain why. Because of this reason, Sentiments indicator doesn't count the commits, but rather the number of GitHub events on the repository. So we can have confidence that this data that Santiment is providing in terms of developer activity is accurate and it's actually meaningful. So just those two pieces alone, as we navigate through this crypto bear market, are so fundamental and important to me as an ADA holder, as somebody in the Cardano ecosystem. Now, the other thing is, with those two things, I haven't even touched on the fact that Cardano, from a technical perspective, has a brilliant foundation set as we just go through this bear market, and crypto as a whole goes through this bear market, and equity markets go through this bear market. Cardano positions so well from a technical perspective. And many people, even now, kind of former haters, slowly coming around and noticing the approach that Cardano has taken could actually be a good thing. And here we are with the Cardano roadmap. We've gone through Byron, Shelley, and staking mechanism coming online, smart contracts with Goguen, Basho most recently, Voltaire for governance. So we're cruising along, and Cardano positioned so well as we've just made it through over a year of bear market. And just like I started saying in the beginning of this video, I was here in 2018. I don't know if it will play out exactly the same, but I can say when I'm looking at these charts, and this is how I see things, everybody, when I'm looking at these charts right now after this huge downtrend, looking back here, it's just a very, very important reminder that opportunity is in those oversold areas. For me, I need to remember that. And the other thing I need to remember is this: put emotion aside, because yeah, it's painful, it's not fun, it's boring, there's a lot of negativity, but it's normal, right? Well, what's happening now is normal. This isn't something that hasn't happened before. Even from a time perspective, it's on pace, this crypto bear market. And I'm not just talking about Cardano, but this is something I wanted to discuss as we zoom out on these charts. There's a lot of people out there, as it applies to ADA on these charts, saying, you know, ADA is a joke because it's down so much. And I don't know how else to say it, but everything is down. Everything is down. So we can go over here to this chart. And no, this isn't an ADA chart. This isn't an ADA chart. Down 95%. This is actually Peloton. We can go over here, and this isn't an ADA chart. This is actually Shopify, down 81%. We can go over this chart. This isn't ADA either. This is down 91%, and it's Coinbase, everybody. Are these things done for good and going to zero? No, not necessarily. Not at all. But this is kind of how a lot of people are taking ADA charts and running with it. ADA kind of in this position to get a lot of heat for being down. But I wanted to just remind everybody, from purely a data-driven perspective, we're in a bear market. We're in a recession. You go over here and look at S&P 500. It is consolidating, it is retracing all the way back with even more room for downside. This could continue down as we find the bottom for this crypto bear market. Could be months in the making still, but I truly think we're getting close. But as I zoom out on these charts, I think it's just the risk and the reward is becoming increasingly clear for me in my approach to crypto, meaning everything we just outlined in this video, the fundamentals from a community perspective, a dev activity perspective, and a technical perspective, namely the roadmap, right, for Cardano coming to fruition and all these things coming together, all of that underlining this Cardano chart as we fall into just this place of fear, this place of oversold, this place of capitulation, this place of negativity. And it's exactly what happened all back here, right? But back here, this time around, there wasn't all of these fundamentals in place yet. It was way more speculative. And don't get me wrong, this is so speculative. Crypto is so speculative. Cardano is so speculative. And I realize the risk here. And that's why it's important for me to always not bring emotion into this, not to spend more than I can afford to lose. And as I track this journey, I just want you to know this is truly the way that I see these markets, truly the way that I see things. And so you have to kind of formulate your own opinions and your own way of, and your own outlook of all of these things. But when I sit here from my own risk reward perspective, I'm kind of just like, man, we're in an excited place right now. We're in a place that doesn't come around all too often. And that is something that is incredibly important to me as a macro-minded investor. And I wanted to kind of lay these things out for you. Everybody, I appreciate you. If you're an ADA holder, you're awesome. I realize, and you know what, if you're a crypto holder, you're awesome. It's just not fun. Bear markets are not just these amazing, glamorous things, right? And there's a lot of unknown. It's very volatile. So I just appreciate you all out there persevering through. I hope you're well. And I will see you all in the next video. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. Have an awesome rest of your day. God bless.